So I'm working in what was my Advent journal. I've got a few pages left at the back and I just feel like I want to fill them. So I'm not really working on Advent, but I'm just coming to the Lord this morning. There was a bit of upset this morning in our household, and myself and my husband ended up yelling at each other. He was stressed because he was going to miss a train, and my daughter had forgotten some stuff, so she was stressed, and it was just one of those kind of, you know, situations where you just light the fuse and everyone goes bang. I don't know whether that happens in your house. So I was just writing about it. It's fine. We all made up and apologised to each other. When things like that happen, I find them just really have an impact physically because I have long COVID and I have chronic fatigue. So I was just writing about that, really. I was just trying to write to calm my physical body down. Did you know actually that art journaling can help with physical problems? I really believe it can on two levels. I think it really just helps calm your nervous system down. So basically my body goes into fight or flight when something stressful happens, and that fight or flight response can really trigger pain and fatigue and things in your body. And taking time to get your body out of that and really calm it down can really help with your physical symptoms too. That is my experience. And of course, on more than that, on a spiritual level, when we bring our burdens to God, He can unlock peace for us, joy, even in the suffering, and of course, it can unlock healing. So, you know, if you're struggling, then come to the Lord, be it in your journal or however you want to do that. But I'm coming to the Lord through some art journaling today. So I've done some actual written journaling of how I feel, and that really helps me. And also just doodling really helps when I'm feeling like stirred up, when my body is feeling that kind of fight or flight. It's really good just to make really repetitive marks, and I like pressing quite hard on the page when I do it, and I'll find you know, I'm not really thinking about the joy of repeating something. Means that you're not really thinking about what you're doing. You can do it kind of subconsciously, really, because you end up having that muscle memory of what you're doing, rather than thinking, oh, what shape shall I draw now? Or you know, if you're doing proper drawing, when you're just mark making, your brain doesn't really need to be involved that much. But somehow it is a kind of mindful exercise that I'm just going to go straight over my writing. A mindful exercise that just grounds you. And I didn't even realise I was doing stars, which for me are inviting the light of Jesus into all of this angst that I've just written out on the paper. You can even go over your collage paper. I can't really see it. It doesn't really matter if you can't see it, because we're doing this for the process and for the benefit of the process, rather than what we see. And you just keep on doing this until you feel a bit better. Okay, that's good. I think I feel like doing a bit of collage now. So I've gone through one of my many collage stashes and brought out mainly kind of neutral type papers. But I also found some little gems in there as I was going through. It really is great to have a really good mixture of collage papers, because it just gives you the opportunity to stumble across little treasures. So I thought this really stood out to me. It was like a signpost. It says advice, help, tips, support, assistance, guidance. And I think it's interesting they're all pointing in different directions, because sometimes we run in different directions, don't we, to find help and support when we need it. And we don't need to know that, because we don't need to do that because we know where to go, don't we? We know that we should be going to God. I also found this little scrap that says something about even the haste here, and then it says but the clock, and then it says slog of the, and then it says our bodies. And I thought that was really interesting, because although it's just a few little words that don't make sense, a lot of it relates to how I was feeling. It just seemed to resonate with me, some of those words. And then I found this. So in my writing, I was writing about, and I think a lot of you ladies will relate to this, the expectation as a mum, as a woman in general, I think, that you are to care for everyone, and nobody necessarily is taking care of you. And I think this is a experience that lots of women feel from time to time. It's like you're expected to give out and care, and it's like, well, who's caring for me? And obviously the answer is God. And I printed this out for another journaling page, and I think I maybe even filmed it, so you may have seen this before in one of my previous videos, but this actually, honestly, I only looked through this is a relatively small pack of collage. I've got so much collage, and this was in here. This is what God says to me straight away when I'm like, who is there to care for me, Lord? And he says, I have cared for you since you were born. Yes, I carried you before you were born. I will be your God throughout your lifetime until your hair is white with age. So I just think it's amazing that we come to God, and like, I don't even have to like finish the page. He's already spoken to me, you know. He's so wonderful. He's so wonderful. In my devotional this morning as well, he was talking to me about love and how he first loved us and how we should love one another. It was just perfect, and it was just what I needed to hear. It's great to have bits of scripture in your collage, I think, just waiting there for a moment when you need it, because this is living and active. This stuff, it's waiting there ready to speak to you. So I'm going to stick that on as well. Love it. And also I just kind of like this little, well, I like the teddy, and then I thought I like this little cat even better, because it looks like it needs a hug, doesn't it? Okay, I could totally leave it there because the Lord has said so much already. But I'm just going to continue playing for a little bit. The thing is, you can't feel playful and stressed and overwhelmed at the same time. I think that's pretty impossible, because play has a lightness to it, doesn't it? It has a sense of fun and childlikeness and carefree. I mean, like literally carefreeness. So it's almost like the opposite of stress. So if you can move from a process of laying down your burdens before the Lord into a little time of play, that is really going to help with your mood and with all those symptoms of stress in your body. This is just some white gesso. I'm just using it to blend all the collage bits together. Found this little piece that said the problem as well. So there's almost like a journey on this page, I think, of the problem, the searching, the answer. It's like the mental searching, the emotional searching, and God speaking into that. That's great. Now I want to add a little bit of colour, and I really fancy doing some stenciling. Okay, so I've decided to go for this, which is like a burnt orangey type colour that Golden don't make anymore. It's one of my favourite colours, quinacridone nickel azo gold, if you want to know. I think joy is my word of the year, and I think orange is my colour of the year, or yellowy, orangey shades. That I now need some pink, I think. Neutral collage, and then adding some funky colours over the top. Really, that's always just a really winner technique for me if you want to try it. I think you can always get some great results. I have decided to add the words "he cares," and to do that I have used letter stamps that I have pre-stamped on some white paper, so I'm just cutting those out to make up the words. Lovely. I feel like it just needs like a little bit of texture, something tactile. I think because of the cuddly teddy on here, I feel like it needs like something like a little comfort blanket. Yeah, that's just given it a little bit of three-dimensionalness, which I really like. So there we go. That's my page for today, folks. I hope you're doing well. Please, if you like this video, give it the thumbs up. Give me a little comment about how you use art journaling when you're stressed or anxious, and if you're not subscribed to my channel, please make sure you do hit the subscribe button and the little bell. Okay, I shall see you soon. Thanks for watching.